Hello, I am Jeffrey Kirk. Do you want to get more traffic to your website? Yeah, you do. Who doesn't? Therefore, you must consider publishing blog posts. Over the years, I've had many business owners ask me why. Who wants to read our blog anyway, they ask. Well, it certainly beats your newsletter. I mean, seriously, who wants to read the newsletter of a business? Who wants to subscribe to get every future newsletter of a business? Those are good questions to ask because, in my opinion, businesses waste time if they're putting together newsletters. But blog posts, even if you think no one cares, there's an entity that you care about which cares a lot about your blog posts. And I'm talking about Google. You see, every time you publish a blog post, your website gets bigger. And that's a good thing. And every time you publish a blog post, you also give out a signal that your website and your business is still alive and growing. And that's a good thing. And if you publish blog posts that are on topics your customers and prospects might search for, that increases relevancy. It gives search engines something to put into the search results. And that's a good thing. And if a new prospect does a search and finds that post in the search results and clicks to your website, that's a very good thing. The key here is to write blog posts on topics that searchers might be looking for. You want content that appeals to the search engines so that they show the post to the searchers. So let me clarify that a bit. Topics such as the upcoming trade show you're going to be at, or that your business is celebrating its 25th anniversary, or photos from your company Christmas party, these do not belong in your blog. I'm not saying you can't squeeze something like that in there from time to time, but those things will not appeal to your prospects, and they will not get traction in the search results. To utilize a blog for your business effectively, you must have topics that connect to the pains your prospects are trying to solve. So here are 7 tips about writing blog posts that are SEO friendly so you get more traffic to your website. Tip number 1, since you want to attract new prospects, think about the words and phrases your prospects may be searching for. I have a previous video about keyword research. You might want to start there. So I'll drop the link for that below. After you do your research and you know what words and phrases to use, then make sure those words are used in the title and text of your blog post. Tip number 2, write your blog post for the readers, not for Google. I know you've seen pages on websites that are written in an unnatural way. The content is written so that it contains the same keywords over and over again. Or it uses a keyword phrase where maybe a single word should appear. These are attempts to manipulate the search results. But they fail because it sounds really stupid to human ears. It doesn't do any good if your website shows up in the search results if the readers hate your site and click the back button. Don't do that stupid stuff. Write your posts so that they make sense for whoever is reading. Tip number 3, if you can do it in a natural way, use words within the body of your blog post that are related to your keywords. When I say related to your keywords, I mean both synonyms of your keywords as well as words that are commonly used to support your keywords and those synonyms. Google is always getting smarter, so it can recognize the words and understand some of the context. Your writing makes sense to people, then it probably also makes sense to Google. Tip number 4, in keeping with the writing your post for humans theme, think about how you want to lay out the information within your post. Having sentence after sentence, paragraph after paragraph, with no significant breaks is hard to read. Make it easy to understand. Use headings and subheadings, maybe bullet points if appropriate. Limit the length of your paragraph so that the text doesn't look daunting, and include images where appropriate. While these things don't change the message of the post, they certainly make it more visually appealing for your readers. And that means they'll stay longer. Tip number 5, if you have content on the main pages of your website or within other blog posts which are related to your new blog post, it's helpful to link to your other content. Doing this is good for your customers and prospects who are reading your page because they can find more information. And this is good for Google too because it helps the search engine understand the relationship between the content on this part of your site and that part of your site. Plus, Google knows how much time someone has spent on your site before returning to do another search. And if you have Google Analytics installed, which you should, they also know your bounce rate. And that's the number of times someone gets to your site and only views a single page. If readers take in additional content, then your bounce rate goes down and the time on your site goes up. And these are both good things because they tell Google that it did a good job in sending that visitor to your site. It's like rewarding Google so that they do it more often. Tip number 6, plan to write at least 300 words of content in a blog post. More is better. You may find that 450 to 600 words is a good length for most posts. Having a post that is at least 300 words is important so you're giving the search engines enough information to properly index the page. Yet you don't want a post that is so long it scares away your prospects. If someone makes it to your site, you want them to absorb the information and, ideally, stay around long enough to take in some more. You want your site visitors to start building that relationship with your company, and this happens when they are pleased with the content. And tip number 7, get on a regular schedule of publishing your blog posts, whether it's once a day or once a month or somewhere in between. Try to stick with a schedule. Doing this helps Google understand your publishing rate so it returns to your website with an appropriate frequency. Of course, the more frequently you publish, the better. I've seen the analytics of many businesses show an increase in site visitors and page views each time they publish a blog post. For those who publish once a month, you get that little boost once a month. If you publish weekly, then you're getting that boost at least 4 times a month. You get the picture. Publish more, get more traffic. Now get that blog going, get on a publishing schedule, and start getting more traffic to your site. For more like this, please subscribe to my channel. And if you would like another way to get featured in the search results, join me on an upcoming webinar. I'll put the link below. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.